It's finally here, guys. The moment you've all been waiting for. Far Cry 3, the best game in the
I thought you were
series.
talking about something else.
Still needs to be topped.
I'll pull my pants back up.
Okay.
All right.
Still needs to be topped as a game. Okay, so last game, broken stealth. Not anymore. Now you can tag enemies. You can tag enemies so you can see them inside the base and know their patterns and sneak around them so you can destroy them with a knife or a bow and arrow. One time I took out an entire outpost of men because I saw a tiger cage in the middle of the outpost. I shot one arrow! And it landed, it hit the cage, the tiger got out and killed everybody, and their flag went down and my flag went up. Outpost liberated.
When he says flag, he means boner.
Yeah, that's... You could have hung a flag off of it at that point. It was a great moment in gaming.
That's what you call a freedom boner.
This game is so... I'll give you this, Dad. Listen to this. This game is so influential that Kojima copied it. Think about Metal Gear 5. Think
about what you're saying, sir.
But he did. Metal Gear 5 came out, and all of a sudden, now Snake can tag enemies inside bases.
Like this?
And follow them around. He can tag them.
Tag them all.
He's worse than Hollywood actors. Anyway,
Too soon.
but you see it, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to relate it to a game you've actually played. I got a prostate the size of a gopher hole.
Okay.
But that, and even like collecting herbs and stuff, like, you know how you like, not herbs, what does he collect? He like flowers or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get those flowers so you can make medicine and different things and
make people look
like,
at
which
them.
makes no sense in a Far Cry game, or in a Metal Gear game. It's like they did it just because Far Cry did it, and if Kojima's copying you, I figured that's like the Italians making a knockoff of your movie. That means your movie's fucking good.
Yeah.
Why do you think Dawn of the Dead? Dawn of the Dead is a great movie, and you can tell because it has so many Italian ripoffs. But even they took the music sometimes.
We're constantly copying Italians if you think about it. Think about all the supercars.
Yeah.
They did it first.
Yeah, because they can't mass produce one that's decent.
Food.
Italians do have great food. Welcome to Video James Italian Style, where we're going to now cook a dish. So you can liberate outposts in the game. That's one of my favorite things to do. You can climb the towers and the radio towers, and like you have to like knock the little radio tower, I don't know what it is, circuit board, so it stops working, and then all of a sudden you can see this whole area, like the fog of war on the map goes away, and you have all these different places you can go and different things you can do. I've spent 93 hours in this game.
So that means
I have done almost everything. I could not stop playing it. And it's one of those games too where you jump back in and you're like, oh, that's what I was doing.
I have something inappropriate to say and I'm not going to say it. Continue.
Okay. Anyway. You'd hate the game. You might love the game because it's full of stupid white people who go on vacation near an island full of pirates and trafficking.
I'm going to tell a story.
Oh.
Hang on. Let me hang on. Me and Lisa, my girlfriend, we're sitting there watching these shows about...
And by Lisa, you mean Dave.
No. Anyway, no. So I was sitting there, I made the comment. I made a comment. It's always white people getting eaten by sharks. They go out in the surf, they just do whatever. Then a black guy, the only black guy on the show, is retelling his story.
Are you watching Jaws 3?
No.
You sure it wasn't Louis Gossett Jr.?
I was watching. We were watching a.
You better let me know if you
show.
watched Jaws 3, sir.
We were watching a show, and the guy's recounting everything, and and his wife is talking about the recounting of everything. Mm-hmm. He lost a leg because he went swimming early in the morning during feeding time. Because sharks eat at dusk and they eat at dawn.
Was he white?
No, he was black.
How does that help back up the
That's what I'm saying.
white people?
Because I'm trying to help y'all out.
Oh.
Y'all aren't just doing crazy shit.
Yeah, okay.
We black people have done crazy shit. We go swimming with sharks when they're eating. That's awesome. So he completely ruined everything that I was trying to say.
Next up is a kind of a weird one, and thank God it's weird. Far Cry Blood Dragon is like this neon 80s version of the future. You play as Michael Biehn from Terminator. He's the voice of your character, and you have to It's basically Far Cry, but everything's in neon. Everything's supposed to be futuristic, but like a futuristic standard of the 80s.
Like the DeLorean.
It's basically the DeLorean of games. And what was crazy was,
you know what the DeLorean is?
It's the car in Back to the Future.
What, get past the skateboarding. Continue.
It's probably one of the best spin-offs ever. Plus, it was at spin-off price. It was like $20, which
I'll spin around that.
yeah, I mean, if you're gonna reskin your game, make it cost $20. That comes back later here in the video in a minute. Pay attention. Learn something. You get learnt.
Good and evil, as it's never been fought before. He's on a desperate mission to bring down a battalion of ruthless killer cyborgs and save the world.
You guys ever have that friend who's kind of like your other friend, but you don't like him as much? Kind of like a pope. Not you, Ryan. Not you.
Oh.
Let's talk about Ashley. It's kind of like that pope that nobody remembers. I think that's how Far Cry 4 will go down. Far Cry 4 was good.
Wait, I really don't remember the last Pope.
Right.
I can't think of his. I can't remember.
There was an in-between pope. There was John Paul, and then there's this guy. I think it was Ian Holm. And then...
Ian Holm?
Ian Holm.
The Hobbit?
I think he looked like him, I think.
Yeah.
That's all I remember. And then, what's the new guy's name? Pope Vasquez?
No.
Like that?
No.
He's like south of the border Pope, though. He's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think. Well,
Anyway,
continue.
The cool Pope.
He's the cool Pope.
Yeah, but it's almost like backwards. It's like there's going to be this game that I don't think anybody really talks about and really remembers as much, and it's Far Cry 4 because it's just a slight improvement. And then some things also set it back a little bit. The animal encounters are insane. I don't need to fight 10 honey badgers before I take out an outpost. It's stupid. There's some fun drug use in the game though, where you take drugs and you run and everything starts growing around you and it's playing this psychedelic Indian music. The setting is amazing because I mean, how many games are set in the Himalayas? I mean, and you have to use your like hook and rope and you're just climbing and also they added stealthy enemies, so you're not the only one who's stealthy anymore. They had these other guys with bows and arrows who will shoot at you, and if you lose sight of them, they go behind a tree, or you lose sight of them somehow, you like turn away, they're gone. Which is kind of magic, but it still works pretty well. I'm pretty sure it's how the AI feels in the game. They're like, "What? He's gone! I'm behind another rock. I just slid while you were looking that way." Yeah. They copied Metal Gear's like cone of vision in this game. It was a little bit easier of a game too, and I didn't spend as much time on it to beat it. And I found everything. But then again, I was learning Far Cry through Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 is a great jumping on point. Far Cry 4 is good to tide you over because what they gave us next to try to tide us over kind of sucked.
Far Cry Primal?
Yes. Far Cry Primal, I was not excited about.
I can't believe I actually wanted that until I looked at it. Actually got a good look at it.
I called it like a seize it. I said that game's gonna get boring real quick. I can't just sit around in the mud and club people with stones all day. I mean, I could in real life, but not in a video game. It looked boring, and I was like, that's a reskin of Far Cry 4. They took out all the things I love about it: vehicles, machine guns, more machine guns, bazookas, bows and arrows. There's a bow and arrow in that game.
I was about to say, I mean...
Yeah, there's it. They took out all the things I didn't like, reskinned it, and sold it to you for $60 with a season pass to make it an extra $60. I don't know how much season passes get. All right, I don't buy
35, something like that.
Nah.
I'd rather get one to Six Flags than to a game.
It may have been $60 because
It kind
usually
of makes
season passes
sense
are
though,
100.
since the animal encounters got out of hand in 4. They were like, let's just do nothing but
Animals. Boy, I hope they kind of. I mean, I understand in the new one there's going to be bears,
Yeah.
and bears and like wildcats and stuff. But tone it down, guys. Okay. You don't have to compensate for the lack of animals in Far Cry 2 by making so many of them in Far Cry 4 that I can't get from point A to point B without being attacked by 10 honey badgers.
Yeah.
So on that game, I said I gave that a hard pass, and I mean hard.
With Viagra.
Don't look down. Don't look down. Don't look down. Look at the skies. Always at Jesus. Far Cry 5. We don't know yet.
No.
Because it got delayed.
Yes, it
Coming
did.
out on the 27th. But it was the highlight of E3 for me. One, because it was probably one of the funnier trailers for
Yeah, it was.
a somewhat serious action game with the boom, 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 and everything blowing up and everything like that. And then the hearts of millions were stolen by that damn dog.
Yes.
That was the best reaction from a crowd I've ever heard at an E3.
When a dog can bring you weapons.
He
That's kind of
kills the
dog.
guy and then brings you his gun and wags his little tail like, I'm a good boy. Like, yeah, you're a good boy. I'm gonna kill you a whole cow tonight. You just saved my ass. I mean, Lassie wasn't that useful.
No.
Lassie did not bring you automatic weapons. Lassie would be better.
Save
if
Timmy from the well.
Yeah. And then you got your pilot buddies. Looks like you got the preacher who looks like he's like ready to kill, which is great. Always on Jesus. So it's been delayed to March 27th. That's fine. Finish it. Take all the animals out of it that are against you, because this time the animals are working for you. Good night, everybody.